Hi, so this is week 3, and for our interactive advanced concept presentation this week, our experiment was to create a volcano at home. So just some key concepts that go along with this experiment. The main thing is an acid-base reaction. That's what's going to be occurring and causing the volcano. So we need to break that into acid and base and see what those are. So an acid, it can be defined two ways in terms of the Bronsted-Lowry definition or the Lewis definition. So it's a molecule that donates a proton or accepts a pair of electrons. So if it donates a proton, that's being described in the Bronsted-Lowry definition. And then if it accepts an electron pair, that's it being described as the Lewis definition. And then the opposite is true for a base. So it's a molecule that accepts a proton or donates an electron pair. And then there's just some images on the right here that kind of demonstrate both of those. So the image up top, we can see the proton, which is also known as the positively charged hydrogen. It'll be accepted by the base, and then it's donated by the acid. And then down at the bottom, this is a demonstration of the Lewis acid and bases. The acid, which is A, will accept the electron pair, and the base, which is labeled as B, will donate the electron pair. So for our experiment today, we need a couple items. Vinegar, I just use regular distilled white vinegar, baking soda, a plastic bottle, and a paper towel. So first we needed to place an amount of baking soda into the paper towel, place that paper towel containing the baking soda into the plastic bottle, add the vinegar, and then see what happens. So this was me performing the experiment. So first I just placed kind of just a random amount of baking soda into the paper towel, what I thought was moderate and would fit into the top of the bottle. Then I placed both of those inside of the plastic bottle. I added vinegar. I filled it up to about like 2/3 of the way full, and then I watched what happened. So after I added all of the ingredients, this is what eventually happened. So we see it foaming over and bubbles piling up and going over top of the lid of the bottle. So why did this happen? This ultimately is a two-step reaction with the main focus here being the acid-base reaction. So we have our acid, which is vinegar, also known as acetic acid. And we have our base, baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate. And what happens is the proton from the acid, so the protons from the vinegar, they get donated to the base, so that's to the sodium bicarbonate. And then this forms the products sodium acetate and carbonic acid. So the carbonic acid is where the second part of the two-step reaction comes into place. This immediately breaks down into H2O and CO2, so water and carbon dioxide. So then the final products of this reaction are sodium acetate, water, and carbon dioxide. And over here I have the full reaction. So we have the acetic acid, sodium bicarbonate. It produces the sodium acetate, the intermediate product of carbonic acid, which is not shown because it immediately breaks down into water and carbon dioxide. So why does it cause all these bubbles? So once the CO2 builds up as the carbonic acid is breaking down, the water and CO2 start to build up, and the CO2 creates bubbles that, since it's a gas, it rises to the top of the bottle. And then since there's a narrow opening, all that pressure causes it to erupt out, just like a volcano would erupt. And that is week 3. Thank you.